Alright, let's dive into something that's both heartbreaking and incredibly inspiring. Imagine you're out on the water, the kind of day where the ocean feels endless, and then, boom, you spot a humpback whale calf tangled in fishing gear. That's exactly what happened to Captain Lili from Eagle Wing Tours off the coast of Vancouver Island. But here's where the story gets fascinating. It's not just about the rescue, it's about the bigger picture of human responsibility and the delicate balance of our oceans. What makes this really interesting is how quickly things escalated from a routine whale-watching trip to a full-blown rescue mission. Captain Lili didn't just spot the calf and move on. She stayed. For 2 hours. Why? Because she knew that if the rescue team lost track of the calf, time would run out. Personally, I think this is where the story shifts from a simple news item to something deeply human. It's about empathy, not just for the whales but for the ecosystem as a whole. One thing that immediately stands out is the role of the guests on board. They didn't complain or demand to leave. Instead, they understood the gravity of the situation and supported the captain's decision. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a microcosm of how we should all approach environmental issues, with patience, understanding, and a willingness to act. Now, let's talk about the entanglement itself. According to the Pacific Whale Watch Association, fishing gear is one of the biggest threats to humpback whales globally. What many people don't realize is that these entanglements aren't just accidents, they're symptoms of a larger problem. Our oceans are drowning in human-made debris. Just 10 minutes before spotting the tangled calf, Captain Lili pulled a clump of derelict fishing gear from the water. That's not a coincidence, it's a pattern. This raises a deeper question: what does it say about us when we're both the cause of the problem and the ones trying to fix it? In my opinion, it's a reminder that we're not separate from nature, we're part of it. Every piece of gear we leave behind, every decision we make, has consequences. A detail I find fascinating is how the rescue team worked late into the evening, tracking the whales as they swam between Canadian and U.S. waters. Borders don't matter to whales, and they shouldn't matter to us when it comes to conservation. What this really suggests is that protecting these creatures requires international cooperation, not just local efforts. If you're wondering what you can do, the DFO's advice is clear: if you see a marine mammal in distress, give it space and report it immediately. Don't try to be a hero, leave the rescue to the experts. But here's the thing, we can all be proactive. Cleaning up our beaches, reducing plastic use, and supporting organizations like CETUS Research and Conservation Society, these are small steps that add up. As I wrap this up, I'm left with a thought that's both hopeful and challenging. The rescue of Tempest's calf is a win, no doubt. But it's also a wake-up call. We're at a point where these incidents are becoming all too common. So, here's my question to you: what are you going to do about it? Are we just going to watch, or are we going to act? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts.